So in a year and a half, you've cut your first vinyl.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from starting rapping properly at 19 to
the 20,
having the
21, you got
finished product. Yeah, man. It was really quick.
Okay.
Really quick. I'm the youngest guy in the room, but I'm the loudest guy in the room. I'm the most inexperienced guy in the room, but I'm the most unique guy in the room.
In what sense?
In terms of flow, pattern, style, the voice, the way that I'm attacking the mic.
So when you walked in the room with all these veteran spitters, is there energy in that room that you feel that you need to do that? Or you just go on, you know what I mean? Are you welcome in that room or you're not welcome in that room? And is it obvious you're not welcome in that room?
It didn't matter if I was welcome.
No, but how did you feel? I just want to get a gauge of how you felt at the time.
I felt like I was just like, I'm ready to go, man. Like, what is this? Like, I've been doing this for a year and I'm here with you guys. So
you belong in the room.
Show you
this is why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you why I'm here, and I'm gonna show you why you probably be scared to work with me. That was my
thought process.
Just, and even if you don't like what I do, I'll do it in a way that you respect it.
Yeah, I get that. I respect that.
So that was my energy
at the time.
21-year-old young man who'd just been rapping a couple of years. The enthusiasm, like everything is the first experience. So radios, shows, camera, stages, flipping, festival performances, traveling abroad. Like it's all brand new, so it's exciting.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we're live. I'm sat down today with a UK hip hop pioneer. Am I right in saying so?
Just after the pioneers, but yeah, I was mentored by them.
You're in the circle, my friend.
Yeah.
I know you might be humble about it, but you're in the circle.
Yeah,
there's a time period, right?
Yeah,
of the pioneer wasn't overnight, so it was like a time. You know what I mean? Kebby, also known as Joker Starr.
Thanks for having me on.
Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Big up.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to start at the beginning. I want to get to know you. I need to start at the beginning, and the audience would also get a flavor of who you are. Where were you born? Where your parents from? And where did you grow up?
My parents are from Sierra Leone. They both came over here for education. My mum was a nurse. I'm not too sure what my old man was doing, but they met in Birmingham. I was born in 1980, Hammersmith, London. And then after a short period of being alive, we moved to a place called Langley in Slough. And then, I've been in Slough ever since, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So grew up in Slough?
Yeah. Most of my life, Slough.
So how was growing up in Slough? What was your childhood like? I'm talking like infancy, primary school.
I mean, it was pretty cool. I was unaware of the, prejudice and the racism that was going on around them times because, we just got used to being one of the only black families about our age group and that. But it was typical estate life, man. Learn to play ball, play cricket on the street, running about. It was different times, man. Kids were allowed to run around, come back to eat something and go back out and play. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, childhood was fun, man.
What was your schooling like? So obviously you got Sierra Leonean parents. Was it a strict upbringing? Were you a bit relaxed?
I mean, they always, want you to be in the books and take your studies seriously. But I did what I could in it. I was never the best academic, smart, intelligent, but not in the way of like a school syllabus education. You know what I'm saying? More like learning how to read people, street smart, street savvy, learn how to communicate, you know, understanding people's energy, learning how to move, learning how to observe, you know. I wish I tried a bit harder at school, but I think to my best ability, I did what I could in it. Did what I could.
That's all you could do, innit?
Yeah.
So, there's a big black community in Slough, right?
Now there is, yeah.
Oh, now there is, but then there wasn't.
Yeah. Then there wasn't, man.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what it was like other areas of Slough, but where I lived.
Oh, where you lived, the area you lived in. Yeah.
Man, there weren't too many families like that. But then you get to the ages like 12, 13, 14, and then, you know, you get to meet more.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What was secondary school like? What kind of kid were you?
I wanted to be a footballer.
Okay.
I was more interested in sports, friends, hanging out. Wasn't really into music them times there. But I was very poetic, creative child. If I look back on it, the way I kind of engaged with the world and engaged with people around me was like I was always somebody who wanted to do things my own way.
Okay.
Very, you can call it stubborn or just
single-minded,
single focus.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. So did you know what you wanted to do when you were at school?
No.
Nah.
I need just
going with it, going with the flow.
Enjoy myself, have fun. You get me? I didn't really have the, you know what African parents can be like. You know, it is not really a case of seeing what abilities the child has
got.
sometimes.
It's more in a box.
More like, yeah, you
square
have to
peg
do
round
this, you have to
square
do
peg
this,
square peg round hole.
Yeah, and just my character is a rebellious character. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not in a devious way, but I'm gonna do what I want to do, how I'm gonna do it, and I'll learn my lessons my way. Sometimes it's the direct way, sometimes it's the long roundabout way, where you know you understand people's lessons after the fact. But I was always someone who, you know, I wanted to do football. I wanted to, you know, anything I put my mind to, I kind of got good at it really quick.
So you're a baller?
Yeah, local street park legend, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. Okay. No team, you didn't play for a team in that?
Nothing to brag about. So I played for like the Berkshire schools. I had played Sunday football. I played reserve level football.
Okay.
Slough Town, Windsor, Maidenhead.
Okay.
You know, nothing to shout out about, but you know, I was tasty.
Well, did you give it your? Was it fun to you, or did you like, I'm gonna be a footballer? You know what I mean? Were you religiously playing?
I think with just a little bit of support and guidance,
it could have been.
It could have been something, because people around me were doing it.
Okay.
You know, people around me were, you know, playing for teams like West Ham, making debuts, playing in Europe. Some people were playing for teams and, you know, not making the cut. You know, some people were the man and then made their mistakes, and some people did the grind. And in certain parts of England, they're legends. Have done legendary stuff.
Okay.
But, you know, I think for me, in terms of football, I think if you don't have the right kind of mindset in terms of just everything had to be about football and eat well, and, you know, I was never that.
Yeah, your whole life has to be the fun and that are going out.
I had the ability, but not necessarily other faculties that they're looking for, you know.
Yeah, I get it. You know. So, how did you leave school? Grades? No grades? Did you go on to
very good, man.
Did you go on to like?
I went to college after.
College,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I went to college
so
after.
GCSEs then college, or did you go A levels and then
college?
Mm-hmm. What did you do at college?
I got talked into doing a course I didn't want to do, man, by the careers advisors. I wanted to go into sports science.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be like didn't know what I wanted to be, but I was interested in sport.
That direction
put me into the direction of leisure and tourism. So I got here, got to the class, and then we're just sitting down copying out of the book. I said, "What is this? This is nonsense. This ain't." We're doing 1 day a week of sports instead of the whole thing being about sports and the biology of the body and that. Like, and you're telling me about traveling, tourism. Blah, blah.
Did you understand what the course? Like, did you know that? Okay, if I do this course, that's what I'm gonna go and do with it, or not? It's a case of I'll do a course. I'll just do something because I got to do something.
Because I knew what I wanted to do, and it weren't that. So then I was like, I ain't doing this course. And then, you go and do IT, go do computer studies. So I tried that, and I just didn't engage with that either. So I just went to work for a year. I worked at, So then I went to do a music course. Because a music course and then a kind of football scholarship. Because I said to myself, well, what's the two things you like to do? Name some things you like to do. So I like football and I like music. So let me go and learn about these two things at a more intense.
So let's backtrack a second. So when did the music come into your life? Because obviously you're saying now at this junction, you picked those two.
Yeah.
You spoke about your interest in football. But obviously, it didn't just happen like that you started to like music. So you must have.
No, I like music. I always listen to music, but I had no interest in being
creation,
the musician. Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, this is the junction where you still.
16, 17 is the point where I was like, I got to, at least if I'm gonna learn something, at least let it be something that I'm passionate about.
What made you make that decision?
I have no idea. I was just sat there in my bedroom. I can remember it clear as day. So my bedroom's here. My parents' bedroom is there. So I open my door. I'd look into their room and say, "Mum, Dad, I'm going to go to college and study this football course and I'm going to go and do music." Why you want to go and do music? It's a waste of time. Man. But they just don't understand.
Yeah.
So
there was no inception, because some people would say, I saw this video of this person, while you might have seen an NPC, or you might, you something in it.
I mean, the hip hop culture captured me from the age of about 10, 11.
Now, let me ask you a question. What's the first track you heard? You got captured, but what's the first? I remember the first 3 songs I think I heard. I remember the first song I heard that made me understand the storytelling.
What was that?
That's How I'm Living, Ice-T.
I don't remember the first song, but I remember the radio station, the radio show.
Okay.
So
you were listening.
Yeah,
regularly.
I got a radio for Christmas, and I got.
So what age was that?
Double cassette. I got some blank cassettes, and I got a cassette with Prince, Bet You By Golly Wow.
Who?
And Prince.
Yeah.
The song Bet You By Golly Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then
I'll probably know if I hear it, but I don't know the name of it. Yeah.
And then Banana Rama.
Yeah.
You get me. And then
you used to record the radio shows.
Yeah, I used to record.
You do mixtapes.
Mixtapes, make my own tapes, and play them. So. Yeah, you could imagine as a young kid, you're 10, 11, but you're listening to, it just caught me, man. The content, the concepts, the beats, the rhymes, the patterns. 'Cause I was into poetry, like unbeknown to me. Like I just used to like to
Poetry.
make stuff rhyme.
Okay.
You know? But yeah, I had no intention of like picking it up as a hobby because I was a shy, reserved kid.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it was a surprise to everybody, me wanting to learn how to be a performance artist.
Okay. So tell me how it was getting into the course then, the music course. So you're college now?
Yeah.
Sports science?
Yeah.
And music. Was it performing arts music or was it music production? Because there's two different types of courses.
It was a music production and performance.
And performance, okay.
Music production and performance course. And then the football scholarship was for Slough Town.
Okay.
So I was on that scholarship for 1 year, I was on the course for 1 year, you know. And it's not a hip hop based course.
It's music, yeah. You know? It's just general music.
Yeah, it's more people that play guitar and grunge and drums.
Do you play instruments?
Not to a great level, but you know, I dabbled at keyboard, I dabbled at drums.
Okay.
So when I had the opportunity, you know, those are the ones I'd gravitate to. Keyboard, you know, to understand the notation and the different scales and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm a trained musician to a point, not really just a rap artist, more like a songwriter. I'm trained to do that, and scales and chords and progression and reed notation, drum notation. Like, you know, at one point I could read all of that. You know? But you don't use it, you lose it.
True.
So
like anything, innit?
Yeah. So they were good times, man. They were good times because it was definitely a very quick progression. Because from the time I started the course, maybe 18, I started rapping at like the age of 19, and by the age of 21, I had a record out. I was on radio. I was going abroad for shows.
What's a chronological order of this? Because that's a fast progression.
Yeah.
So from college, what happened after you left college? How do you go from?
So I got a distinction at Slough College, Langley College. Some of my friends went on to another course, but it was just too far for me to travel. They went to Kingston, and it was just difficult to get to Kingston. So I went for the open day, and I wasn't really feeling the campus. So I just worked for a year.
Okay.
Worked for a bit, and then my friends, they told me that they left that course and went to another course in Bermondsey, London, South London. And they were talking, like they had a guy there who was a tutor and a teacher, but he was also did DJ workshop and rapping workshop. And they kept telling him about me and wanted me to meet him, you know. So such a long time ago. But I somehow wrangled my way onto the course halfway through the course. And signed up for the MCing workshop. And that's where I met my mentor, who kind of opened all the doors for me. Like, so
who's your mentor?
His name's Paul Garraway Solaheen. Quite a inspirational guy in terms of his position in the UK hip hop scene.
Okay.
He was in a group called the Lords of Rap, who, you know, quite fundamental in like they were about when, like, that's the era that I was a bit too young to experience. You know what I'm saying?
Who was in the group then? Right?
I don't know.
Is it like? I'm not going. I'll let you go.
Yeah, so I don't know who all of them that were in the group, but
is that why when I say pioneers, you said I was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
So you see them as the pioneers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was a guy who recorded, like he was a producer and a sound engineer.
Okay.
So he, in the studio that they were using, he recorded the majority of the artists.
Okay.
At the time. So people like Ty, people like MCD.
Okay.
People like I don't want to.
Ty was big.
those are the two
Ty,
that I definitely know.
Ty was big.
Yeah.
Ty was big.
Yeah. So yeah, fast forward in all his experience coming when I come there, like he sees the energy and he sees a potential, so he records a song with me, calls another song with me, 2 songs. One's called The Anthem, one's called Raw Spittage, because he was, them days, this is before YouTube, this is before, this is when CDRs had just come out. So his intention was to go over to the States, take a demo CD of beats and just see, you know, what he can create, what opportunities he can create, who he can get the record or the beats, who he can get them in. Whose hands
he can get into. Yeah. So either the record pushed or beats to artists as a producer. Yeah.
So, you know, he's came back after like a 2-week holiday, really enthusiastic about the response that the tracks were getting. And they put my first vinyl together, and my campaign was born. You get me, in terms of getting me to radio stations and a little sticker campaign. You know, there's so much history. Like I'm just trying to whiz through it and not ramble on and that. Like
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Like
so at that point, okay, how long were you with him before you recorded those tracks? So
maybe like 6 months or so.
6 months in, you recorded,
maybe a year or so, like, you know.
Okay, 6 months to a year in, tracks are recorded.
Yeah.
And then he goes to America. So let's say in a year and a half, you've cut your first vinyl. Yeah. Okay.
So from starting rapping properly at 19 to
the 21, you got
finished product. Yeah, man. It was really quick.
Okay.
Really quick.
So how did you find that journey at that age? Because you're young and you just come in.
It's like how I always just singularly focus, man. Like I thought, like I knew that the doors were being open for me, and I knew that if I was trying to do it myself, then the process would be a lot longer. But I had the skills, I had the ability, and I had.
That's what I was gonna get at. Did you find it intimidating, or was it? Did you walk in the room like I belong here?
My thing was, I'm gonna intimidate everybody in the room. No one is gonna intimidate me, because 1, I'm not from London. 2, I sound like I'm from South London, but I'm not. You know, so people thought I was from South London, but I'm not from South London. You get me? I'm the youngest guy in the room, but I'm the loudest guy in the room. I'm the most inexperienced guy in the room, but I'm the most unique guy in the room.
In what sense?
In terms of flow, pattern, style, the voice, the way that I'm attacking the mic.
Let me ask you a question. When you is that a competitive side of hip hop then we're talking about? So when you walked in the room with all these veteran spitters, is there energy in that room that you feel that you need to do that? Or you just go on, you know what I mean? Are you welcome in that room or you're not welcome in that room? And is it obvious you're not welcome in that room?
It didn't matter if I was well.
No, but how did you feel? I just want to get a gauge of how you felt at the time.
I felt like I was just like, I'm ready to go, man. Like, what is this? Like, I've been doing this for a year, and I'm here with you guys. So
you belong. You belong in the room.
Show you
this is why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you why I'm here, and I'm gonna show you why you probably be scared to work with me. That was my whole
thought process.
Is just.
But is that what I'm trying to get is? So is that the attitude? You know, with a mic, you know, like you got a mic. Is that the vibe then? Is it a case of, you know what I mean? So right now, if I'm a rapper and I walk into a room is that what I should be expecting? You know what I mean?
But you got to read the room, innit? So that was my energy
at the time.
21-year-old young man who'd just been rapping a couple of years. The enthusiasm, like everything is the first experience. So radios, shows, camera, stages, flipping, festival performances, traveling abroad. Like it's all brand new, so it's exciting. So you have to, a new artist, you have to kind of show your talent. And be over the top.
Well, there is that element of competition, though, right?
Competition, but
there is that element because any rapper in the game, that level of competition is there, though, right?
Because everyone thinks they're the best.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're the best, or will try and manipulate situations so they're seen as the best.
Okay.
But skills pay the bills. They say they don't pay the bills, but they.
People, there's commercial rappers and there's
skills don't lie.
Yeah, fact.
Skills don't lie.
So at that point, who would you have looked at that point as
a direct competition?
Two questions. Who would you have looked at as not an idol, but I rate those people internationally and UK. And who do you have looked at as competition? You know what I mean? So at that time, I don't know what year, but I could have said, oh yeah, my favorite rapper then was Pac. Or you know what I mean? UK, for me, it was Rodney P. The first person I heard spit with an English tongue. And I was like, before that, I was into American rap. And I heard this guy spitting with an English, how I spoke. And I was like, okay, so this exists. You know what I mean? And after that, it was done, innit? I was just like, researching, delving, you know what I mean? So who did you see as your favorites and who was competition?
I used to like Mobb Deep, Flip Mode, Busta, ODB, Ghostface, UK, Black Twang.
Yeah.
Days, the Rodney P's again, Scheme, Big P.
Yeah, Big P was big,
yeah. And I saw everybody as competition, even the people who were peers,
Because you were there. You were there.
Yeah, I want to be the best. Okay. And even if you don't like what I do, I'll do it in a way that you respect it.
Yeah, I get that. I respect that. So, how many tracks did you put out at this point, and how did you put like an album out?
No,
or was it more singles
first point
and touring and building?
It was just the double A side, the War Spittage and the Anthem, which was on the vinyl.
And you were just pushing that basically.
Yeah, it was just sale and return. So.
What's sell and return?
Sell and return is when you go to the record shops and then you say, here's 10. They say, okay, we'll try and sell.
If they don't sell, they return.
They just give it back.
Okay.
And then whatever you
so
sell.
Was it a record deal or did you get that pressed yourself?
No, it's all indie. I've never really had a deal.
Okay.
So everything is independent.
So you pressed it all yourself?
Yeah, so my mentors.
Okay.
Pressed the first single.
Nice.
On their label. And it was just at the time where YouTube was coming, grime was hitting, like the way the module that people used to promote music was switching and changing.
So is that before the Channel U days, or is that around the same time? Just before,
just before Channel U.
Yeah, yeah.
Channel U was coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was a weird time. It was a weird time because they had this process that they used, and it was kind of becoming debunked.
What do you mean? What process?
Sale and return.
Oh, okay. So why was it?
These guys were on radio? They were putting out. This is garage and jungle days, so you get the big sets of cassettes.
Yeah.
The grime clashes.
Yeah. Like Sun City, and that, like a sleeve, yeah.
The magazines were closing down that we were using, like the
So
Hip Hop Connection magazine.
I used to get
was
that.
closing.
I used to get that. Now that's why I say though, like, so did you do a feature on Hip Hop Connection?
No, I never got one, man. Like
you never got a feature.
You have to pay. You have to pay, man. So like them ones there, I never really got the.
So you had to pay to get a page in HJC.
Yeah. Like it's like anything, like man, like I got little reviews and that, like
Well, for a full page spread, you had to pay for it. But I suppose they got to get the money from somewhere. But I thought how it worked, like the advertising, because I used to buy HAC. So I thought the advertising ran the magazine, and they actually went out and did the work. So you could have just paid to get that.
Yeah, of course. That's how the advertising works, isn't it? It's not talent based. Like they're not putting you in there because this guy is talented. Or some parts, yeah, but it's there to make money, isn't it? So
yeah, very true. But I thought the advertising covered that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know more than I do. You know what I mean? You were there, innit? I'm just like.
Yeah, I mean, if people had.
I suppose if you got the money,
promote,
why would you not pay? Yeah. You pay. You got an album coming out.
Yeah.
They pay for the spread. Why not? That makes sense.
Yeah, man. It's not some of the untold stories are very corrupt in the UK hip hop scene, man.
In what sense? I want to hear these, man. Come on, bro. That's what we're here for. Like, in what sense? What?
And it goes on today, payola. So
what's payola?
You pay to be in positions of prominence, isn't it? Privileged position.
Yeah, that's business.
So you pay.
That's business, isn't it?
It's business, but it's not talent, is it? You can use business to
further the talent, no?
To propel your career, isn't it? So
no, but that's what the labels are. That's what the labels are there for.
You don't have to be good. You just,
No, but you have to be good to a point.
No, you don't.
No, you do.
You don't.
You do. I believe you do.
There's terrible rappers out there that are known,
but
because they.
But in this day and age, you mean? Because in this day and age, it's more about a popularity contest, isn't it? Really, because you could be not good, but have a following. You understand? So I could be a dead rapper, but I'm doing some mad antics.
Yeah.
And I got followers. Because of those followers, somebody will give me money now to release a trash record, but the record might sell. If I got 100,000 followers, all we need is 20,000 to buy it or whatever, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's good.
Very true.
And you're exactly what you're saying is,
the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
To do with like the content or like how good somebody is.
Nah, but what I mean is but it's always been like that though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like to an extent.
To an extent.
So if you look years ago,
when you use these tools to market yourself.
Yeah.
But the record stores, you go to the record stores or the open mics or the shows or the stuff that doesn't have any involvement with like anything that is commercialized or has a incentive to like promote yourself due to like an extensive amount of funds, like stuff where it's just talent based will always kind of be bubbling over here.
Yeah, the talent is the difference between the talent and the business, isn't it? Because there's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, there's a massive difference. So who did you work with in this time? Because you were producers, weren't you?
Not really. Not really. I've made beats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a producer too much. I wouldn't say I'm a producer.
What do you see as a producer?
Like
That's the difference. I might be saying the same thing as you,
so
but
I started rapping and beat making
mm-hmm.
at the same time. So, like, I don't really have many. Like, I produce some beats of my own. I produce 1 or 2 beats for other people. Probably the biggest placement I've had was on Ty's Upwards album.
Is that the one where he's in a pool? The cover.
It's the one.
That's closer, isn't it? Is that closer? That's closer.
Yeah, it's the one which has the bright colors. His face, black
and
white.
Is that before Closer or after Closer?
That's before.
That's before. Yeah, I missed that one. I caught him on Closer.
Yeah. So
you got what have you got on that? A beat or feature?
So I got a beat on Upwards. I think I did a song with him and Maestro, but I don't think it was on the hard copy of the album. So it might have been Closer, I think.
What, it ended up on Closer?
Yeah, but not the
it didn't make the
copy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really I wouldn't say I'm a producer that has a lot of music out there.
Okay.
Like, I haven't made any beats in a long time.
Okay.
Very long time, maybe 8 to 10 years now. It's something I do want to get back into at some point, but I just don't have the energy to.
It takes time.
The due diligence.
No, but it takes time. It takes time. You see, producers are hermits, innit?
Yeah.
These guys are locked away. They're locked away forever. You know what I mean? Like, just tinkering.
Like being outside.
So who did you work with? You worked with Ty in that period. So from me looking at UK hip hop scene, I'm a fan, innit? So me looking at the UK hip hop scene, I would still put that category in the pioneer stage. There's an era before that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's an era before that, but from when I got into it, like,
it's the noughties,
Scheme, Big P, all the names you're mentioning, Kalashnikov, all these names here, I see them as pioneers of hip hop, UK hip hop, actual hip hop. So if you were in that category, I put you in that same category.
Yeah, if you look back, and I was doing a few bits which did have a big influence on producers and rappers, and the music I was rapping on did have a big influence on the scene at the time.
But that's it, innit?
Yeah.
That's it. If you made a dent, irrelevant, you're the underdog, innit? That's how I see it.
Yeah.
You're the underdog. But I like rooting for the underdog. I love rooting for the underdog. You know, when you go to I'm not a big gambler, but if you gamble, you want to bet on the underdog, innit? Because the underdog is the one that goes past, you know what I mean? It might take a bit longer or whatever, but that's how it goes. So that's, you know what I mean? Hence the invite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But it was kind of like an underdog feel to it, man. Because, you knew who the popular people were. You knew who the people who were favoured by, the small industry that was going on at the time. The MTV base, some people had their videos on there. Hip Hop Connection, you see the same regular faces.
But were they signed? You know what I mean? Is it like, because obviously with the label, if you're signed, then the labels.
There was a few labels.
Then the label's going to push you, innit?
Were pushing them, yeah. A few labels. Like, you had Low Life, you had Ninja Tune.
Who's Low Life? Is that? That's Low Life is what's his name in that, innit? Kalashnikov. Was he under Low Life?
Kalashnikov was Kemet.
Kemet, yeah, you're right.
YNR. You got so there were labels that were the prominent labels at the time. You get me, that were doing bits.
Okay. So who did you feature with, man? I cut you.
I didn't really do much features on other people's stuff. So, like I said, I've got the beat on Ty's thing. Also the feature with Maestro and Ty, then everything, all the other features is kind of just my features. So I've got songs with Sway.
Oh, so they featured on your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
songs with
Yeah,
Genesis
that's what I meant. Start again.
So Sway, the Sappho, Genesis Elijah, Ty. I've done stuff with Terry Walker, Stell, Michael Parkinson. Obviously, he's the guy I collaborate with probably the most. Sonny Jim, Anyway to God, who's someone I mentored for a little bit. Keith Lawrence, he's a guy he was the first guy to pay me. You know what I mean? So big up to him for a feature.
Oh, he paid you for feature?
Yeah. Nice. I always be grateful for that. Guy called Bluefoot. Can't remember. So much music.
Yeah.
So much music out there. It's a 20-year career, 20 year plus, 24 years. Jesus.
Nice.
Jesus. Yeah. So the majority of stuff is out there, man. The majority is the stuff is released at least. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your process, man? What's your process? How do you see the music? So what I mean by that is, you told me about cadences and all the bits. Yeah, and I'm not musically, as you can tell. I can't even repeat the words you said. But how do you put together a track?
There's a few different processes.
I mean, writing
that I've had. In terms of writing,
are you a Jay-Z? You come in there, what in your brain?
No, I can do that. I don't prepare it in my head. Like sometimes if I feel like more of a free flowing and just sporadic energy, or I don't want to sit down and overthink stuff, then I'll just run the tune, rap a bit for 4 bars. If I like it, I keep it. If I don't, I do it again, rap something else. And I call that punching in. So do that.
Oh, punching
4,
in.
4, 5, 6 times.
Okay.
You get me, till the verse is made. And the more stuff that needs a bit more structure and, a better context, like you sit with those, you might have a beat or a bunch of beats that you pick to kind of make whether it's an EP or an album, you sit with it, see where the energy takes you, you have an idea what you want to rap about, and you just go with it. Sometimes you just scribble down, and whatever comes out. But more recently, if I want it to be very particular, then, sometimes it's a line a day, 2 lines, 3, 4 lines a day. Sometimes you just leave it and come back to it. It's very random processes. Yeah. If I go to the studio on someone else's time, I'll just take my pad, sit down, write something, and you just feel free because it is your work, but it's not your work. So I can't explain it. You just you got to do this now. So you don't have time to sit and.
But you write something new for each occasion, or is it a case of, do you go to the rhyme book and you're like, I got something for this beat?
Yeah, I mean, in my early days, I used to have the rhyme book and you have pre-writtens, but now it's just cater.
So you cater it.
I hear the beat, and then
so it's fresh. Each one's fresh.
Yeah.
What comes first, the chorus or?
Chorus is last for me. Song title is last, really.
A song title is last, because I would have thought chorus, song title, then fill in the gaps. But everyone's different.
Everyone's a bit different. Yeah, man. It's not.
Well, the music would dictate it, basically. The beat would dictate it.
Yeah, the beat dictates where I want to go with it, unless someone has put a guide verse down for.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if they've got a floor direction,
I just go with
what
they rapping with. But I can usually just go with the energy and the feel of the beat, man, and just fit it around that, man. So it's like you can spend a lot of time overthinking, which is counterproductive, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So sometimes you just gotta
flow with it and see where it goes, innit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not try too hard to make it be this super verse, because it will get to that anyway.
Yeah, I met people that write that take forever to put. When I was younger, I know people that spit in it.
Yeah.
And they would just write with the same song over and over, delete, add to try and perfect, like you said, super verse, innit? Yeah.
Because you're never gonna have perfection, but you have to be comfortable with the perfections in imperfection. Once
The perfect
you master
imperfection.
that, then you.
Yeah, but that's what makes it though, no?
Yeah,
like you know what you see as imperfect, somebody else might actually see as perfect.
Yeah, because rappers, they want to just fill all the space that they have in a 16-bar verse with syllables, man. And it's not usually the way. Like what makes the verse.
So explain that a bit.
So what the verse.
So what would a syllable be like? Filling up a thing with syllables.
So they just want to talk all the time, and the better they get and then you better tell it's constant.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people who you would consider the masters, you know, they're not afraid of just spending parts of the verse being silent or leaving gaps where there's no talking.
That's what makes it, though, isn't it? That's what makes the music. The bits, the pauses, the space is what really makes it.
It's what you're brave.
You're not doing.
What you're brave.
But it's the same in acting, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
If you watch a movie, it's the same thing you're saying. I think anyway. You know, you see like people like Brad Pitt. He has moments he don't say shit. He just like breathe, like, and then look one way and that. Like watch any film now. Yeah, I'm telling you, same thing. That's what I see anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's not, you don't go feel it. If the actor's talking, it's not gonna.
Sometimes you fill it with.
You're overkilling. You're overkill.
Yeah.
Overselling it, innit?
Yeah. No one wants to hear that.
Exactly.
I want to hear that.
So, who would you say inspires you? Artistically. It doesn't have to be right now alive. It could be like.
You have inspired me, Sean Price, Pharoah Monch, Mos Def, MF Doom, Busta Rhymes, ODB, D'Angelo, Prince, James Brown, Muhammad Ali over all of them, to be fair.
Why would you say that?
Because he always preached about being great, his greatness. His greatness is your greatness. His likeness is in all of our likeness, you know. He was a warrior. He was a king amongst men. He was a God amongst people. You know, he was a guy who had his beliefs and stuck by them, you know. And he was a very simple man. His yeses were yeses and his no's were no's.
Fact.
That's it. You know.
Different era, different time.
Yeah. So I'd say those are my influences. Parents, experiences, life, friends, those kind of things.
But from what you taught, you're a raw spitter, innit, man? Just a munch, doom, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man. The unique people, you know, the unique people. Some of them ain't the best MCs, but they do things and they have moments which are those spacious moments I was talking about. Like ODB.
I was just about to say that, you know. I was just about to say that. Everybody,
yeah.
He was nuts.
Well, Mos Def with his rappy singing, you know.
Yeah.
So they all had their moments.
They're unique.
spend the time rubbing his nose and just stand still, nothing going on.
Yeah, they're all unique.
Yeah,
They're all very unique. Everybody you mentioned. Yeah, James Brown, Prince, or Michael Jackson, no?
Yeah, MJ was, everyone loved Michael Jackson. As a hardcore rapper, not necessarily a direct influence in that, but his showmanship, 100%. Yeah,
his showmanship.
Yeah.
Music generally, his music. You know what I mean? Like the way the guy was a different level, wasn't it? The way he put together music, and the beats.
Yeah, Mike was he's the flagship for all these pop artists now.
Yeah. So, if you had to if you had a choice of, let's keep it three. Three's a decent number. 5 would be a push. 3 producers right now. You could get a free beat. What would be a top? It ain't gonna be in order. Just 3 producers.
I'd probably Alchemist. I think I'll do something nice on that Alchemist beat. Knots, Knots.
Nah, it's not.
Knots, he's done some Busta Rhymes stuff.
Okay. Like what?
I can't think of anything off the top of the head on that. Maybe some flip mode stuff. Cha 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 cha.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And who else? Who would I like a beat off? There was a time where everyone wanted a Primo beat, so give me one of them classic Primo beats.
Yeah, Primo's he's a god, man.
Primo scratch chorus as well.
Yeah. Primo, he's a nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see the verses between Primo and the RZA.
Oh, there was only one winner, really.
But Primo was going easy on him.
Yeah.
He was going easy. He had an archive, bro. He had like...
Primo's, a lot of his things are more head noddy, you get me? But RZA, if he selected the right, RZA can go down a rabbit hole and select some stuff that people don't care.
Yeah. RZA, he's not, basically, that's where the DJ came out.
Madlib beat. How could I forget Madlib?
Okay.
So I might, maybe Madlib over Primo. Maybe.
Really? What about Dilla? No Dilla?
You said 3.
I did say 3, but I'm just throwing it in there. I'm throwing it in there to throw you off now, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dilla beat.
You gotta pick the 3 though. You can't just like, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be.
I would still have Alchemist. I'd have a Madlib, and I would have would say Primo.
Okay. This one we're gonna go 5. Oh, come on! You didn't think it was done there? Top 5 albums of all time.
Okay. It's my stomach thinking. I'd say what in order?
Whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be in order.
So I'd say only built for Cuban links.
Okay.
That's up there. Supreme Clientele is up there.
Okay. Ooh, heavy so far.
The infamous Mobb Deep is up there.
Okay.
Making me think of my Rolodex and making me think of like what stuff did I used to play and not from start to finish. So it would have been Cuban Links, would have been Infamous, Mob Deep, Supreme Clientele, start to finish. Would have been. It would have to be RZA, Bobby Digital album.
Bobby Digital. One more. All time we're talking here, yeah?
All time, yeah, because my era is like where I was listening to and had the most influence is,
But you're looking at it from an album you listen to from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Okay.
96 to 2002. So, I liked a lot of Jay-Z stuff, but I didn't love it. I liked Busta Rhymes Extinction Level Event.
A top 5.
Yeah, because it would start to finish. Okay. Are you asking me my top 5?
I'm asking you your top 5. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
It's not the top 5.
So what was the top 5 then?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, you moved the goalposts there. I think that's what I said. I know it's your top 5, but your top 5 would be the top 5, isn't it?
No, not necessarily.
Nah? So why are they your top 5?
Because it would have something to do with the way the beats sound, the way the rapping.
So you're looking at those 5 from the creative.
So what I like.
Okay.
So some people would say, all right, how can you not have?
No, let's go with the. Let's not say what the. So we got your top 5. Yeah. What's the top 5? My top 5 is the top 5. That's what I think.
All right. So then you go after then, yeah? So
yeah.
So I'd say in the top 5, people would say Nas.
Which one?
First one.
Mm-hmm.
People would say.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's subjective. There is no the.
But it's close,
people would say Nas. People would say. Who has had impactful album? They should say Kanye's first album.
Graduation. Yeah, that's a good album.
Help me out here.
Yeah. Nas is definitely there. Illmatic. Like Water for Chocolate. Common Sense. Jeru the Damager. The Sun Rises in the East.
Yeah. It's tricky.
It's tricky. I come. Look, that's 3. It moves around a lot, but like Water for Chocolate, I was bumping that a lot.
Yeah,
I was bumping that a lot.
It was a start to finish.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like Illmatic, I still play to this day.
I'll give you Illmatic. I'll give you Water for Chocolate.
Jeru the Damager. When it comes to spitting,
I don't know.
And the Primo beats, what come clean? Album's hard. Mental Stamina. Oh my days, that album's hard. If you think about spitting and beats, this guy is like different gravy, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I was bumping that back to back to back. Listen to what you're saying. And that. Tupac, All Eyes on Me, definitely in there. Mm-hmm. Production level, like, one album that's in there. It's difficult. I got more than 5, but Doggy Style's in there. The first time I heard Doggy Style, the first time I heard that album, from the intro, like we always do about this time, boom, and then it's from that point all the way through. You can listen to that. You know what I mean?
Me, I was more the East Coast bias with growing up, and that. Like I liked some West Coast, but I didn't care for much of it.
Nah.
So you like the Dre albums, the Chronic,
the Chronic, yeah,
albums,
yeah.
But I probably missed out on a lot of stuff, man.
That's just the ones I dropped are just like there's more I could alternate and take one out, put one in, but that'd be
Doggy Styles, definitely.
Because Jay-Z's close behind as well. Reasonable Doubt. First album.
There's some good spots where there's some dry spots.
What, Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up there for me. I can easily change one of the ones in there with that. You know what I mean? I can listen to it all the way through. I think after I've heard that one, he ain't got to tell me nothing else after that.
I think his Blueprint album was better than his Reasonable Doubt.
You think so? Body of work.
Yeah.
Body of work, yeah. Yeah, potentially.
Season.
Potentially. But the Reasonable Doubt was raw.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
You know what? I have to go back and listen to some of these albums.
Yeah.
Doggy Style, definitely.
Oh, Doggy Style, definitely a classic.
That's 92.
Definitely a classic.
He changed
the game. Because
Because
remember, he was banned. You couldn't even hear him. Like, it was like, your parents didn't want you to listen to this guy. They're cracking his CDs and out on the street, you know what I mean?
Illmatic, Nas, everyone will say that's the case. I would put, so I'd say, all right, I'd say Nas, Snoop. Then I would put Links, only built for Cuban links.
Biggie not in the conversation.
Ready to Die.
Up there?
It's a shame that he doesn't have more bodies of work.
That's a big album. Big album.
Yeah.
It's a tough album.
Biggie, I'd put Biggie. And I think as a story and impact that Busta had for maybe from 95 to 2000.
Yeah, I forget about Busta.
I think Extinction Level Event is my favorite body of work of his.
Well, the most refined.
Not even refined, man, but it's just still bangs today, man. A lot of his albums do. And I was having a conversation with Marv One the other day. He's like, what was he saying? Who has had the best 5-album run?
Busta.
Busta's up there, but he's had a few shaky ones.
5-album run, though. If you look from the first album.
He's had some albums where I took back to the shop.
Which one? I think he's done 5.
Is it, what's it called? The one that had the mic on the front?
Is it recent?
Bombs? No.
If I remember correctly, from his first album, I make sure everything remains raw all the way through. Yeah. He was consistent, man. Even up to Break Your Neck, man. Come on.
And there was an album or two that were like a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Posh. Yeah.
It depends what you're listening for, innit? It depends what you're listening for.
So
who would you say then? 5-album run. 5-album run.
I think the way the conversation went that we had, it would have to be Kanye.
5-album run,
yeah.
Kanye.
His first 5 albums are all solid, good.
Yeah, I can't knock that.
Classic album.
I can't knock that. Yeah. Production value, the guy's good. I can't knock that.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Because I like Ghostface Killer, but he's got 2, maybe 3 good solid albums, and then 2 that.
You see, that's why I'm opposite. Trash. I didn't really see Ghostface as that heavy. Man, what is it about Ghostface? What is it about Ghostface? Is it like flow? Is it what he's spitting? Is it the body of work?
It's the beats. It's the flow. It's the his ability to kind of focus in on scenarios and take you along with it. You know, like
Storytelling.
he's got certain verses which are, you feel like you're there.
Okay.
He's very expressive. He's a good underrated storyteller.
Okay.
You never had Supreme Clientele.
I didn't listen to it all the way through. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I was too young. My ears weren't developed at that point for it. You know what I mean?
True.
Like when I listen to it, like the things I listen to now is like watching a film and you catch a scene in the film that you missed. You know what I mean? So I'm a fan. I'm not knocking Ghostface in any way, but I didn't listen. When I listened to it, silver cover, innit? Because Supreme Clientele.
That's Iron Man.
No. Supreme Clientele. Sure.
So yeah, Iron Man is the first album with Daytona 500.
I bought both of them though.
Supreme Clientele is the blue and he's like navy blue. I think he's holding a mic, maybe.
Yeah, I think I bought both of them. I bought both of them. The Iron Man had more colors on it. Supreme Clientele was black and grey or something like that, I think. No, I'm thinking about it the wrong way around. But I bought both of them. I bought both of them, but I didn't like. And back then, you had to go and buy the CD and listen to it. But I didn't get it then. I wasn't developed enough to understand it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's probably what it is.
I remember that parts of the Wu-Tang stuff, man. They used to sound like they were talking in code, and very cryptic to their part of New York where they're from. Man. But yeah, you get it as a grown man now. Like, I like that album as a.
I might give it a listen. And
body of work, man. Yeah.
A lot of people I know like it, but I didn't get it at the time. So what are you doing with yourself now?
Just working, man. Creatively, I've just been taking a little chill to just have some life experience to write about.
Bring something back to it, yeah.
Yeah, man. 'Cause I don't say it's writer's block. Like if I just don't feel like it, I just don't do it. I don't push it anymore. You get me? But I've been busy, like some shows this year. Was supposed to perform at British Summertime Festival in Hyde Park, but it got rained off.
Okay.
That would have been cool. Got some shows coming up at the end of the year that I'm booked for, September that I'm booked for. Was just putting some tracks together today to get sent and mixed. Shot a video. I just need to get the song mixed down for, and then start releasing some new music again.
Okay.
So, I've got a plan, but it's a loose plan. I'm not too strict with it. Like these days, we're not on any big labels. I could revisit any of my old songs if I wanted to and release them or re-release some old music and that. Like, so I've got a lot of music out there to make decisions with. So I'm not really pressed to rush and make new music now, But I've got a group album waiting. Like my group is called God Status. Me, Jazz T, and Cashmere, and that's been finished for a while. Just need to get that mixed and ready.
You got material out. There's a lot of material out on God Status, isn't it?
Well, we just got one album out. Yeah,
it's just one album. So the videos I've seen are all from that specific album.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, man, so
nice. That's good, man.
that's the way to do it.
That's very good. That's very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I like the context. I like the angle.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it was hard. Not hard. It was a difficult process of writing that, man. To how to make dense content and have it in a context which is digestible.
What do you mean?
Because you don't want to be rapping like you're preaching. You want people's ears to be open. So like if you're listening to some music, you don't want it to be too pointy. And it's just information coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to make it entertaining, but it be full of you do it in a way where you're not telling people. You make them, if they're been researching it, then they like, oh yeah, he touched on that, he touched on that, he touched on that. And if they're not researching it, it's like, what did he say? Let me go look that up, see what that is.
There's
a lot going on, but I'm not. There's a lot. The trick is you give them a lot, but you give them don't give them a lot.
Bite-sized chunks, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff, man. Because I've done my research.
Okay.
So, so I'm listening. I'm listening to the tracks.
Yeah.
But I've already done the research, so I know what you're talking about, innit? You know what I'm saying? That, so that's why decent. Thank you. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It's difficult content to make digestible, man, because it's if it's done in the wrong way, it can be seen as, what's this guy talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what's the word you use? That's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah. That's it.
Subjective, isn't it? Like, it depends who's looking at it and how they see the world, innit? That's what it comes down to, innit? And it's not for everyone, innit? Yeah. One thing I'm big on now is everything ain't for everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you can't expect everyone to, and if you do, then so the people that are for everyone are for no one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because the people that like the God status stuff, they love that. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. And even the people that when I rap certain verses and they hear certain songs, like the people that it resonates with.
It's for them.
It's like,
but it's like a language. You're talking a different language, but only certain people can understand it, innit?
Because you're talking in a code which, is sometimes you say it in a way which, it just unlocks the inquisitive nature of people, So that's what it's for, man. Like Wu-Tang did it, like they put together karate and
Have you watched the series?
Nah, I ain't watch it, man.
Nah, it's not bad, you know. Not bad. Light entertainment.
They didn't even co-sign it. Some of them.
Nah, I thought but I see interviews with Raekwon, and they did co-sign it. They did. No, they didn't co-sign it. They didn't have creative. It's not like, so if me doing a show about you.
Yeah.
It's not like you got creative control to come in and each person individually does it, but the rest is behind it, right? And he's the head of the clan, isn't it?
Yeah. Man.
I see Raekwon do an interview, and he's saying that there were bits they weren't happy with, but they still rate the actors. First of all, they weren't from New York, so they held that against the actors. But come on, acting, innit? You know what I mean? Like, the right man for the job gets the job, innit?
Yeah, man. But New York people talk in a New York way. They have a New York feel about them still. But if they were able to pull it off, then
I think he said at the beginning of it, it was a bit obvious, but then like as it went on, the characters come alive, innit? So you know what I mean.
I might have a look at it.
It's alright, man. It's alright. Light entertainment, it's good. It's good. It might not be the real story.
The only bit I saw was like when the bit where they got RZA doing the sampling, and he's doing the sample and talking to the people that he's sampling records from. You get me? So it's like he's sampling like a drum section and the people.
If you like Ghostface, watch it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
If you like Ghostface, watch it. Like him and Ray, innit? It shows how Only Built for Cupid things come about. It's not a real story, but as entertainment value, it's from our era, innit? So as entertainment value, shows big. And like him and Ray, and there's a bit in it. Have you heard a story of when he's driving the Supremes? You know the Supremes, not R&B soul.
I was driving them around, and they had a shit.
That's a whole episode.
And the guy.
That's a whole episode. That's a whole episode. You know what I mean? Like, so just go. It's not like it's decent, and there's bits in like manga style. You know what I mean? It's good, man. It's a good show. It's a good show. That one, yeah, good watch. And once I started watching, I couldn't stop. I just get like episode, and I finished one season. I'm waiting for the next season now. Just religiously waiting for the next season. You know what I mean? It's a good show. They done well with it.
I might give it a look. See what it's saying.
Yeah, it's decent.
I know a lot of the Wu-Tang history, so I'll be watching it with.
Yeah, but don't be. That's what I'm saying. You can't look at it like you know what I mean. Like real life. It's not. It's like a not fairy tale, but it's like glamorized story of what the reality actually was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Top 5 tracks ever.
That's impossible, man. I'd say Mobb Deep, Survival of the Fittest. I'd say Roots Maneuver, Witness the Fitness.
Yeah, big tracks. Big track.
It's impossible, man. It's impossible. There's no. I can't do it. I can't do it. Cream, I'd say Wu-Tang Cream.
You put Roots Maneuver in that category?
Witness is
big track.
One of the biggest.
Big track. I'm not saying. I'm just asking, innit? Yeah. I rate that highly.
I don't think as a. You know what? People gotta put respect on Roots' name, man, because he did a lot. He did a lot for.
He was himself.
Yeah.
He was himself. That's the main thing. He didn't have to change or do anything differently. He was just himself.
A lot in the game, man. So I would put him up there. You know, maybe the content on all of the albums aren't to my particular cup of tea, but he's got bangers. You get me?
Survival of the Fittest.
I say
Witness of Fitness.
Put some English stuff in there. I like Kalashnikov, Yankoville.
Okay.
We'll just say Busta Rhymes, Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Just pulling at straws.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You got top 5?
Life's a Bitch. Nas and AZ, right? Life's a Bitch. Yeah. That's up there. It's a tough one. Even though I listen to you, it's a tough one. Life's a Bitch, definitely. That's up there.
You'll have Pac and a Snoop tune.
Nah. I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm gonna throw a Pac tune in there like that. You know what I mean? Or Snoop tune in there like that. One I like purely from skills. I'm gonna go 2 Nas. Rewind. The bullet goes back of the gun. The bullet when it's in reverse. Yeah. Just from skills, because nobody's ever thought about doing that, and he done it, and it makes sense. Forward and back. So that's 2 Nas. Nas is shelf now. 3. It's hard. And I'll put you on the spot, but it's hard. But those 2 definitely in that category, innit? Gin and Juice, Snoop Dogg.
I know you go.
But you know what?
Yeah,
like
you have to, because that's a big influence on you.
Listen, that album, like when you hear that, like even now, if you play it now to somebody who's never heard rap or whatever, even that album can still go head to head. Any album that's being released every single year, if they re-release that, it will do numbers. You know what I mean? I believe. I gotta go a bit modern in it. Them 3. I'm thinking backwards, but I need to be thinking more forwards because there's more recent rappers that I rate. But offhead, I'm a bit stuck. I still go down 3. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. So you're still in Slough?
Yeah, still there, man.
So what's Slough like now? Obviously, since you've grown up there all this time, how different is it now?
I guess there's more cultures, more different kinds of people there. You know, Still the same place, man. Like it's industry town, isn't it?
Yeah. But you know what's banging about Slough? The restaurants, man. There's so many restaurants.
There's a
so
Farnham
many.
Road is
Yeah,
now like
so many restaurants.
Yeah, you got as little as £2, £3, £4 in your pocket. You can eat.
You can eat something. As most of it's all right.
That's what I would say. The high street is terrible. The council have, shagged the town. They bankrupt the place. But there's, like you said, entertainment wise, food wise, it's good, man. But it's like it's a sleeping giant compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Like at least it used to at least look clean. But now you can see, like, you walk through the high street and you can see the money isn't there.
Okay.
So
what about the music scene?
there's never really been a music scene in Slough. There's people in Slough that
made it.
do music.
Okay.
But there's never been a scene.
No, but what I mean is that the people that you work with in Slough, right? Or not?
Sometimes, yeah, not too much anymore. But there are a lot of people that were from Slough. They just don't live there. But yeah, I still have relationships with people that.
Obviously, because you were there during that period. All I'm thinking is that you were there during that period. People saw what you were doing, innit? Like with other people that thought, you know what, boy, you see my man's doing this. I get aspirations and that to do things as well, and like reach out to you and that. Did that happen?
Yeah, man. I was quite influential because my music was on radio. I was doing shows here and there. Local performances I would do. And then when the youth centres were open, I'd, go to the youth centres and see what people are doing. Like, friends I know either work there or they got sound engineering desks, so I'd go and record there. So there was a kind of healthy scene in terms of places to go, people actually doing stuff, and entry level opportunities to get experience. You know what I'm saying? So when I was coming up, that was good. That was good about Slough in terms of Slough being a place for the creatives at the minute. It's not really like that. There used to be a lot of youth centres and places for people to go, or people, actively like taking people to go and do performances in places and that, man. But there's not really that much going on anymore because places have closed down. Funding is short. I don't know if there's any community centres open like it used to be.
No, I don't think there is. So, it's not just in Slough.
Yeah, that's taking a hit. But I'm sure there are still some places or people like clicking up and paying for studio time now. So maybe it's just switched over to that level. People can have stuff on their phone or bedroom. They're just doing that.
But you can achieve a lot. You can achieve a lot now. The technology is smaller, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we're in a studio now, so you don't need that much space. But the reason I was asking, you mentioned the guy you were mentoring.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Anyway to God.
That's it. Anyway to God. So I don't know if he was from your area.
Yeah, he moved there from originally Grenada and Finchley. Yeah, so this was maybe 10, 15 years ago when I met him, and mentored him in the sense of like anything I'd experienced, you come along and
show the pitfalls, understand.
So all the jewels I got, he's got.
You pass it forward, innit? So you mentioned you had your mentor before.
Yeah.
So you're passing on what was given to you before, innit?
Yeah, it's just the opportunity and having the opportunity to be in places and have your eyes on things, and then you interpret it your own way, because there's no
better learning.
When you're a MC, especially, you don't want to try and do things exactly like me. So I would never tell people that this is the way you have to do it. It's not. No, I'll just watch how I do it, and then
you do your own.
You interpret it in your own way. Ask questions. meet people, ask questions, network. You know, my stage time is your stage time. My interview is your interview. So when it comes to it being your interview, you've had the experience there that you're not gonna get cotton mouth and not gonna know what to say, and so it's just letting people be around. Like, it's not really a big deal. Like, when you look at it from the other side of the lens, when you're looking at a TV or computer screen, it seems like such a huge deal. But it's just personal interactions with things that are pointed at. Sometimes people just feel uncomfortable with a camera, around. Like, so it's just putting people at ease. It's like, you can do this. It's not as daunting as you think.
So what about your mentor previously? Do you still speak to him?
Yeah, now and again. He lives in LA now, or San Francisco now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So how did he get on? Because he said he went to America, obviously, with the CDs and everything. Yeah. Is he still making music out there?
He still does bits. Like, I'm not sure what he does in terms of people that he kind of collaborates with over there, but the hip hop stuff, like, he still posts hip hop stuff and
he's still producing basically.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
nice.
Yeah, he's still doing bits.
That's big. That's big. All right. Well, we're gonna call it a day for now. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Very much for coming.
Yeah,
we're gonna watch this back, and then I'm gonna have more questions.
Yeah.
And we gotta come back to them. You know the top 5, top 3. I'm gonna come back to that. We're gonna do a next one solely because now we got time to go away. I'm being serious here. I'm not even joking. Okay. We got time to go away, and we can top 10, and then we could come back and sit down.
So you wanna have a?
We're gonna sit down.
Do you wanna have a top 20 debate or top 10?
Not even debate. Just let's see what you got, what I got, and we can have this is why I got that. I think that'd be a good topic.
So that's a debate.
But no, debate. Debate is I'm right, you're wrong. It's not that.
No,
it's more to get an understanding. Because you telling me Supreme Clientele is up there. I missed that, and I heard other people tell me that. But I need to know now why it's up there. Not that they track for track away. We can even do Supreme Clientele track for track and just see boom.
Because there's two versions. There's
you see what I'm talking about?
The Euro version, and there's the version that was released in America, and people liked mine because I got the import CD. You get me?
So what's the difference?
There's mixes that are different. There's songs that are different. You get me?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how come he didn't do it for the?
I don't know, because two edits got out there. I don't know. It was probably a mistake that happened.
Yeah. But just let it run because out already. There's no point. Yeah. Well, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, man.
No worries, brother.
All right, love, man.
Let's.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.